Left one could be a little bit tighter maybe. Okay, there we are. That's one side, now I'm gonna do the other side. I'm just trying to make this real nice and neat, so yours doesn't? Really? What kind of overlocker did you get? This is the Annie Griffith show thing. If that happens sometimes. Well, they have the numbers of which thread is which. Yeah, both of my overlockers have diagrams like on them. And a pretty like comprehensive manual as well. The manual is always good. What I tell people, whenever you get a new machine, read the manual from cover to cover. The annoying thing about the compound machine that I'm going to be getting, the industrial, is that it doesn't actually come with a manual. And I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I have no idea what I'm going to do. There is no manual. I'm so screwed. It's an early 80s Juki industrial. Okay, that makes sense. I was about to say, the only overlocker I would see that doesn't have diagrams are industrials, basically. Industrials. I wouldn't even use an overlocker like that. What have I got to industrially overlock anyways, you know what I mean? Just thinking, isn't this Andy Griffin's author? But that's Andy Griffin's. Ah, yeah, that's right. The children's author? Yeah. Okay. I'm getting there. Okay, cool. I did that. Overlocked both sides, now I don't have to worry about it anymore. See? Overlocked both the sides. Now I'm just going to unpick that one little section where it says Star Wars, because that's going to be at the back of the skirt. And you know what? You don't even see that it's not even, like, if from a distance, like, it looks perfectly pattern matched. Even when you look up close, it's, like, not. How anal do I want to be about this? You know? How anal do I want to be about this exactly? I mean, pretty anal. Pretty anal. Manual on the internet, I swear. Would there be a manual for an industrial machine, though? Would there be a manual for an industrial machine is the question. I loved his books as a kid. I was a Morris Gleitzman fangirl when I was a kid. Big fan of Morris Gleitzman. I think that's how you pronounce his name. In fact, I just, I also really liked Anthony Horowitz as well. I recently read one of Anthony Horowitz's kids' books, and it was pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I'm dying to read It, by Stephen King, but unfortunately, It by Stephen King has some pretty horrific animal abuse in it, and I know it's just a book. And literally, like, every guide that I read online, that's just kind of like, oh, can someone describe, like, where the animal abuse is going to be so I know to skip it? They're like, it's just fictional animal abuse. Get over it, you soft cuck. But I don't know. I can't read stuff like that. I absolutely cannot read stuff like that. So it's messed up. Found manuals for servicing it in parts manual. Not even a setup manual? Shit. How non-anal can you stand to be about this? I mean, I've already ironed it. I'm fine. This is fine. I'll just be like, look, it pattern matches, and then people on the internet who have really, like, low standards are going to be like, oh, that's beautiful, and it'll be fine. It's whatever. Not even worried about it. It's okay. No animal abuse, even if it's fake. I can't stand it even. Yeah, I just, I was reading descriptions of, like, what happens in Stephen King's It book, because it's like, I love the movie and they completely miss the animal abuse, which I love, because it's such a cool movie, the It movie, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to read this so badly, and then they just add that in, ruin it for me. Alright, we're gonna go and continue our pleading journey over there. You can see I've got my camera on a tripod, y'all newbies, so that's why I'm kind of fucking around with it right now. There we go. Move this out of the way, because it's in my way. I read it so long ago, I don't recall the animal abuse. What's the character's name? Hofstadter locking the puppy in the fridge, like the abandoned fridge in a dump or something like that. Like that thing. I was like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, no, just no, just God, no, God, Jesus, no, I can't, I absolutely cannot, that's fucked. Yeah, I know, it's completely fucked, and now everyone's like, oh, just don't be soft, just read it, it's just fictional. I'm like, it will upset me. I don't, like, who wants to watch something that's going to upset them or read something that's going to upset them, you know? I'd rather just skip the whole thing. All books, movies, and TV shows would be great without any animal abuse. It's not necessary. No one wants to watch that. Agreed. But it's like a very, what's it called again? It's a very Stephen King thing to do. It's just kind of like, herder, this person is a bad character. We're going to show him hurting animals just so that you know he's a bad character. You know what I mean? Like, using rape as a plot device, not necessary. Please stop. Agreed. Oh, but it's part of the time, kitty. It's like historically appropriate, you know? Like, it's just, oh, fuck off. Nobody needs that. You know? I feel that I don't watch things that I know will make me cry. I try and avoid them as well. It's why I'm a big fan of the site Does the Dog Die? Literally, that's the name of the site. DoesTheDogDie.com. And if you put in like a book or a TV show or a movie, it will tell you all of the triggers, that like all the possible triggers for it. I know some boomer is fucking watching me right now, like hate watching me, just sort of like, these triggered snowflakes always need, you know, trigger warnings and stuff like that. And like, while I agree to some extent, it's just like, if I can avoid animal abuse in a movie, then I would prefer to avoid animal abuse in a movie, right? It's one of the reasons why I haven't watched, even though I absolutely love him, what's his name again? The Spider-Man actor, Tom... Fuck, I forgot his name. The recent Spider-Man actor. Anyway, Holland, that's it. Tom Holland. So he has a movie where he kind of goes on some planet. Tom Spider. He goes on some planet, I don't even remember what it's about, and he's got like a canine companion, like a very small, cute, like Karen Terrier canine companion sort of thing. I just typed in, does the dog die? And they're like, why, yes, he dies in a really horrible manner as well. I'm like, I'm not watching this movie. You know? Doing what is giving people an opportunity to repair and opt out. I don't understand why it's upsetting for people. Oh, it's not. They've got to bug up their asses about things. You know what I mean? Bug up their asses. I used to listen to it on the way home from work on a 45-minute drive at 10 p.m. Were you scowled? Also, welcome back, Amy. Welcome back. I used to enjoy true crime, but I was getting too scared. Oh my god, you poor thing. So yeah, that's pretty much now I check all of my movies through that, so I can adequately prepare myself. And now it's great. Now everything is great. And I consume media a lot more comfortably, and I like it, so whatever. I like it, so eat a dick. I'm happy about it, okay? Alright. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and I don't know how I want the back of this skirt to look, you know? I don't know how I want the back of this skirt to look. Theoretically, it's just pleated kind of gently at the back. There's like a, front panel, and then there's like a back panel like that, you know? I wish that existed when I Am Legend came out. I watched that shit at the movies. Oh no. I also watched that. I was very sad. Ironic, like Brian telling me that you're super upset about seeing a trigger warning because other people should be able to deal with violent things that upset them. That's kind of funny. That's kind of ironic when you think about it. True crime is entertaining and educational in a way that psychology and psychopathy is very interesting to me. That's why I can't get rid of Facebook, okay? Because I'm just genuinely very interested in the topic of Facebook, alright? Genuinely very interested in the topic of Facebook. Speaking of the topic of Facebook, no, just kidding. I do need to pee though, so I'll be back and then I'll do the coin flip, okay? Alright, actually, I'll do the coin flip now and then I'll pee. Because y'all deserve your money. Alright, you guys ready? You guys ready for me? 1, 2. Oh, that was a really weak toss. Let me have a look again. Woo! Okay, that was a better toss. It's a fucking large coin, okay? That's a tails! Tails, baby! Alright, I'm out. I'll be back in a sec. Everyone else. My plain cheese toasted sandwich is boring but cheap. Wow. I actually, so funny that you say that. I asked ChatGPT because I felt like having like a cheese toasty or whatever they're called, melted cheese or grilled cheese or whatever they're called. And I was like, how can I jazz this up? And then ChatGPT gave me a whole bunch of things I could put on it. You know, they're like, have you considered eating it with some tomato soup? Have you considered putting a slice of tomato on it? You know, they were like, have you tried a tin of beans maybe? You know, like it gave me ideas. It was great. It was great. Another photo of Demi holding Evie's ear. It's such a big ear though, isn't it? Demi coin flip. I did do a coin flip. I did. Did you do another one? Because I did one. I did one just before I left to pee, and it was tails. But yeah, it's I'm loving it. I am loving ChatGPT. I'm using it for everything. I don't even understand how I've lived with it beforehand. You know my stream announcements? ChatGPT. Other creators aren't shit. They like use their brains and things. I asked ChatGPT, you know, I'm like, I'm doing this today. What would be a good stream announcement? And it just spits one out. And then I tell it how I've modified it. You know, I'm like, that's a good start, but I'm gonna like change around these few words, and this is how I've done it. And it's like, that's a great stream title, Demi. You've got this. Have a great stream. It's like so encouraging. It's really nice. I work, so you don't have time to jazz it up. Fair enough. Fair enough. ChatGPT, take me out on a date. I swear. That's like so tempting some days. It's so good though. I love it. Absolutely love it. Alright, so I gotta work out how exactly I'm gonna do this pleat. By the looks of it, I'm gonna have to have like a flat panel on the back, which is gonna be weird, but that's just what I'm gonna have to do by the looks of it. I don't know. At least I know what my back seam is. So that's my back seam. I'm gonna have like a little zippy Meduda thing going through here. It's way more validating than any of us. It gives you validation too. Yeah, it's really nice. I tried that with ChatGPT and it said to me my stream title, come check out my man boobs. That's really weird. Normally it gives really boring answers unless I specify that I want something. Alex gotta worry about artificial competition. I did recently just write a song for Alex using ChatGPT, so it was great. ChatGPT, I'm not allowed to say boobs. ChatGPT is actually like super, what's it called again? For me, it won't swear. It won't swear for me, and it won't like it's very tame. It doesn't like doing anything that is kind of rude or, you know, just yeah. In my stream title, that's. It doesn't like doing anything that's rude, for me at least. I don't know, maybe it senses that I'm a goyle. But yeah, it's very family friendly, so, and it just helps out. It just helps out in that regard. And I'm just kind of like, I also need like a little tidbit in my notifications, like to send out to people and whatnot. Like it's just been helping so much, and I have been absolutely loving it. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, won't ever take your job, kitty.